guys, welcome to my very first video on my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel and I'm 25 from Dublin. Like everybody else at the moment, I have a lot of time on my hands with lockdown and I've been watching so many makeup tutorials and trying on so much makeup for like the kind of looks that I want to do when this all finishes. Oh my god. A seagull just flew into my window. I've been watching loads of makeup tutorials and kind of looks that I want to do when this whole thing ends, lockdown ends. So and I love beauty, I love fashion, I love music. I thought I would do a video for you guys today on this look inspired by Karla K Artistry. I'll leave her handle somewhere here and in the comment box below. And yeah, she has loads of videos on her IGTV at the moment that are so soothing. She has such a really nice music over them, and I saw this gold and purple kind of smoky moment, so I said I'd give that a bash, and I don't think I've done too bad a job. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm just your average girl. I don't have mad expensive makeup or anything like that. Some of the bits like I'll have gotten for as presents are so slightly expensive, and then some have literally like been a £5 off Amazon. It varies, much like everybody else. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look and seeing if you want to do it too, keep watching. Okay, so I have moisturized my face. It's nice and hydrated, and so first of all I'm going to go in with a primer and illuminator. This one's the Beauty Base by Sculpted by Amy. So I'm going to put that on right on my face and just with my fingertips. So I saw Sculpted by Amy on Instagram. I follow Amy and I have for a while, Amy Connolly, and recently saw that she was selling her Beauty Base and Second Skin foundation in a bundle on her website, and she had like colour matched all her foundation colours, and so because I used to use Estee Lauder Double Wear, I knew what colour I was in that and could match it to the Beauty Base or the Second Skin foundation. I stopped using Estee Lauder once I figured out that they were testing on animals, and then I went and I used Catrice for a while. So once I saw Amy colour matching that, I said I'll give it a go because it looks really nice. So I'm using the Second Skin matte. It's a medium buildable coverage with SPF, and I'm using Fair Plus 2.5. So I'm going in with my foundation brush. This is a Nema brush, it's the Jane one. And I'm just going to apply that all over my face. It's quite nice, well done Amy. And yeah, it smells, oh my god, I'm just dropped my brush, sorry. It smells a bit like licorice, or like when you walk into the chemist and there's like that licorice kind of smell when they're selling cough drops at the top. It's not like unpleasant, it's nice. But the good thing about this foundation is there's no backflash in it. It actually just stays the colour that it is in photos and videos when there's light. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and just cover under my eyes of a few eye bags. Not sleeping well, you know, quarantine, just lying in my bed all day. So I don't know why I sound so out of breath either. I'm going to use the liquid camouflage from Catrice in the shade Honey, and I'm just going to pop that right under the eye. I'm not going to put loads of it here either because I kind of want to give it a lifting effect. Bit here, bit on the chin to highlight, and a bit here too. I'm just going to go back in with the same brush, but just kind of pat it in. One thing that I just forgot to do, and I said I was going to do this before I did anything else with the makeup, is put lip balm on my lips. My lips are a bit dry at the moment. There's also like hay fever, but by the time I'm putting my lipstick on, this will have soaked in and my lips will hopefully be a bit softer and less chapped. I think after my eyeshadow I'm gonna kind of sculpt the rest of my face, but just for the moment I wanted to put that base on, purely because if there's any fallout I will need to tidy it up, and this look kind of comes out a little bit at the side of your eye, so it's just best to have your foundation on first. But I am just going to set my T-zone with the Catrice All Matte Translucent Powder and just a little fluffy brush, and just going to mainly set the places that I put my concealer and my T-zone because it gets quite oily. So that's the base done. Next I'm going to move on to brows. I personally think my brows are in bits. I had really nice, really thick brows, and I overplucked them when I was a teenager, and they just have struggled to grow back at the ends. So I am waiting to get fee brows done, and I feel like that'll just give them a much nicer shape. I just personally don't think they match at all. So I'm going to fill them in. I am aware that it's not going to look like hair strokes, it's just going to look like a big block of colour. But sure, look, that's how I do my eyebrows at the moment. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist by any means. So I'm just going to start by sculpting the bottom of the eyebrow. It doesn't help when your mirror is really dusty. And I'm just going to map out the bottom of the eyebrow, so I know where to go, what kind of arch I like. And I'm not going to bring it down too far, that's kind of okay. And then I just like to map out the arch as well. Just there. And then I just start filling it in like thick strokes, I guess. Just so that it's like not as sparse at the end and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna brush them out afterwards, so that the product doesn't look real like blocky. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. This one always turns out better, but it's the most uneven. It's probably because I can just draw it myself. Okay, so that's probably the best I'm gonna get them, and I'm just gonna brush all the product out so that there's no harsh lines. And yeah, not the best, but what can you do in these times? Oh my god, it's really gonna annoy me. That'll have to do. Right, onto eyeshadow. And the inspiration for this is, as I've said earlier, Karla K Artistry on Instagram, and one of her IGTVs was the gold and purple kind of smoky moment. So I'm really excited to try that. So getting a big fluffy brush. This has everything worn off it. It says it's a tapered blender. I got it in fuchsia years ago. And the palettes I'm going to be using today are this Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette that I got for my birthday a few years ago. And then literally this one that I got off Amazon, Beauty Glazed Colour Studio Eyeshadow. That's just kind of a colourful one I wanted, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, so I got it off Amazon. So first of all, I'm going to pick the shade Tempera here. It's just a neutral kind of eyeshadow shade, and I'm just going to pop that on to set the concealer that I put on earlier. Karla used more what looked like concealer on her eyelids, and then she used kind of like a cream bronzer on her, what's it called, in between her crease. I can't even think of the word, but I don't have that. So I also am going to be using a Benefit kind of multi-pack of their blushes and bronzers. So this one's the Hoola bronzer, and just right into the crease there I'm going to put the bronzer in. That's my transition done. I'm gonna get kind of a more tapered brush, like it's a little bit denser, I suppose, not as like wide and fluffy, and I go back into the Soft Glam palette, but this time I'm going to use Sienna, one of my favorite colors to use. As you can see, I've dropped this on the floor many times and destroyed all of the lovely shimmers, so that is not good for me. Okay, so I'm just going to tap off any excess, and I'm going to go back in just underneath though, just underneath where I put that colour, the transition colour before, and just dragging it out a little bit using the same motion that I used the last time. And anytime there's kind of like, you notice a harsh line, just get your brush and blend it back and forward. And also you can go in with the fluffy brush that you had the time before and just kind of go over any harsh lines again. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that. I hope it's even on both eyes. I think so. One eye always ends up kind of darker than the other, but maybe that's just me paying too much attention. Okay, I'm gonna get kind of a flat-headed brush there, and I'm gonna go into Cypress Umber here and just pat on that, tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to pat the colour down in the corner of my lid and a little bit up into the crease, and just gently bring it out this way. Gonna go back in with the brush that I had sienna on, and I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit because it's kind of harsh. Anyway, it looks a bit rough at the moment, but you can see that I'm going brown to like kind of a lighter brown, then the lightest brown. This transition shade is still there. I am gonna go in with that fluffy brush again with the bronzer on it and just kind of blend it all together and just make it less intense. Next I'm gonna get some Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I'm gonna mix it with bronze from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, using kind of like a flattish angled brush. This is literally just one of those stupid chemist brushes that you get. I'm just gonna spray setting spray onto like a little surface, getting some of the bronze colour, don't know how I do that, there, and I'm gonna mix it with the setting spray. This just makes it into more of a liquidy metallic, and I just feel like it makes it pop a bit more. So that's gonna go right onto the lid where you don't really have much eyeshadow, and drag it across a bit. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm just gonna top it on anyway. That's how it looks so far. Now I'm going to stop using Soft Glam for the moment, and I'm going to go into that Beauty Glazed palette, and none of these are named, but I'm going to use this dark purple, and going to load up the brush good but tap off any excess, and I'm going to start putting it under my eye, and just hope that it looks okay. Okay, I'm actually quite happy with that, and it's just kind of naturally met the bit where I pulled it out with the other eyeshadow earlier on. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's all right. I might go in with a bit more gold actually now that the purple's on. Gorge. Okay, next I'm going to use a black eyeliner pencil. This is Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. It's just Black Fever is the colour, I can feel that's a little bit wet at the top, so I'm just going to hold off for the moment, but I'm going to do my upper waterline. I feel like I always make such weird faces. Okay, once the upper waterline is done, I'm just going to roughly, but also not like in harshness roughly, but roughly, it doesn't have to be straight, gently going to run my liner across just in the corner of my eyelid. I'm sorry if you can hear my family screaming in the background. That's what filming in quarantine is like. Okay, so that's just in the corner. Then I'm going to go back with the brush that the flathead brush that I had the brown on. And there might be a little bit too much product on, so if that's the case, you can just wipe it off into your Monkey face cloth that you wipe all your brushes off into. And then you just want to smudge it along your lash line, and so that it's not like that thick kind of black line that you just drew, but it gives like that smokier effect, especially if there is gold there. I think that's alright then. Normally I would go in to my eyebrow bone and I'd put a shimmer on, but because I've so much gold, I'm not going to put like a highlighter or a shimmer on. I'm just going to go back in with the temper colour that I used at the very start, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone, just so that there's no like, the colour's not coming right up to my brow bone, that there, you know, you see some sort of definition. And see, with the eyeshadow on, my eyebrows don't look that bad, I think. But yeah, ain't bad, son. Okay, next I think I'm gonna do my face. I do it all so weird. I just have a way of doing it. Next I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'm going to sculpt out my cheekbones, give myself a little bit of a bronze on my forehead and just under my chin. I'll highlight and stuff like that. And then I'm going to go put some eyelashes on and then do my lips. So we're almost there. I'm going to go back with that Hoola bronzer now. And this is a Nima brush Tara. And I just like it because it like sits into my cheekbone, and I'm just gonna blend it upwards. I stop just halfway into my cheek because you don't want to pull it all the way down. And then I just kind of like to pull some of that product down onto my jawline and then put some into my hairline too, because you want to look sun-kissed and beautiful. And we're doing the same on the other side as always, because if we didn't, we'd look two different looks on two different sides of your face. Pulling the product down again. My skin is like not as bad as it usually is, but it's not the best it's ever been either. So with the Second Skin by Amy Connolly, sculpted by Amy, it actually is a second skin, which I do like because it means that you don't look like you have this thick amount of foundation on, which I don't want right now. It's breathable, and I forgot to say that it's a mineral foundation too, so it is actually going to be better for your skin than non-mineral foundations. So we're going to bring that up. Okay, using another Nima brush, they're both called Tara, the black round-headed Tara. I'm going to go into, I can't remember what this one's called, but it's an orangey colour. Wave your brush around for a second, tap off all the excess, and go into, I don't really like doing the apples on my cheeks, I kind of like pulling it more up here because I feel like that's where more of the colour goes. Your contour's there, you know, it kind of all blends. And I'm going to keep the same brush. Usually because like most of it's off, I'll wipe a little bit, but I don't mind some pigment going on it. And I'm going to use the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter in Sin. Same brush. And I'm just going to go right up onto the cheekbones with the highlighter. Give myself a little bit of a glow onto here as well, onto my temples. And then I like to go in with a clean, smaller brush. And I'll put a little bit on the tip of my nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow, just to highlight it. And then if you want to kind of like pinpoint or put spotlight on certain areas, the smaller brush is good. It seems to just like really hone in on it. Okay, mainly the face done. Next I'm going to do lashes. Now, my favourite lashes of all time are the Sosu lashes. Haven't found anything better, and I don't really need to. I love them so much. Well done, Suzanne, for making really, really good lashes. And I also really like her tan, and I have her contour palette, the one that, like the very first product she brought out. I still have it, my very first one. It's proper scaldy, but I really like the cream highlighter. But my favourite lashes are the ones you can get in pennies. They're like in the gold and silver box. I think I like Holly and I like Dubai. I don't like massive lashes, you know, when I'm going out. I don't want them to overshadow everything. All I could get at the moment, luckily the chemist at the top of my road stocks them. I got the GGs, they're nice and wispy. I also like the black box ones. They're just brilliant lashes. They stay on really well, they're easy to put on, and also I use them multiple times, you know, you can just clean them and they're fine. So yeah, I enjoy those. I'm just gonna take them off. Usually I like to measure, I got this kind of like clamper down thing. I also use a tweezers, but I like to measure them against my eye just to make sure that, you know, you're not going over, you have them the length you want. I don't really want them sticking out too much. Like, I like a bit of a lift at the end. I think I'm going to trim the end a bit. So just grab a scissors, and you can see, I hope you can see on the band, the very end, I'm just going to snip off that widest bit. I am doing this arseways, I don't know why. I also like to use duo glue because it's just the best glue. It smells rotten, it smells like fish, but it's brilliant. It only smells like fish for like 2 seconds while you open the bottle. And someone's destroying the gaff downstairs. These ones are really nice and wispy, so like they're nice for, especially if you're not wearing any eyeliner, like liquid or like a thicker liner. They have a clear band, so you know you can get away with not wearing them, and then they're kind of just like more like daytime lashes. They're quite nice. I'm just gonna let the glue dry a bit and get a bit tacky, and then just place them on and just pull them into the position that you like. This is where you might like to switch to a tweezers. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same because it's easier. But you just pull them into position, pat them down, and then yeah, just clamp them so that they stick down onto your own lashes and really stay there. So that's one. Really makes the look so much better. If you don't like wearing lashes, by all means just go straight in with mascara as well. Do what you want, you know, who am I to tell you what to do? But we're just going to do the same with the other lash that I have. that's okay for the moment. Now, my lip balm has mostly dried in, just patting off the excess there. And I'm going to try something first time. I can wipe it away if I don't like it. But I saw something on TikTok. I would be kind of self-conscious about my upper lip and how small it is. And I wish it was a little bit bigger. But I saw on TikTok that you can kind of draw to like amplify the lips. I'm going to try it. This lip liner, by the way, I really like these. These are the Catrice lip foundation pencil. They're so creamy. This is the colour Addicted to Cafe au Lait. What a stupid name. I just fucking name it a colour like soft rose or something. Addicted to Cafe au Lait. Anyway, besides their stupid names, they are really good. So what I saw to do is you take the side of your lip and you kind of like, I don't know I don't know what the correct terminology is for it. I can see my lashes popping back up again. I'm gonna finish that. You're gonna draw outwards, like kind of the opposite, not straight down, but kind of like more curved outwards from up here down into the corner of your lip, and then just join it a bit. And the same on the other side. And then just smudge it slightly so that it's not like a harsh line. And then I'll go in with the rest. Anytime I overline my lips, they just end up looking kind of strange. I just always feel like I have like sauce on my lip, on my face, like, you know, if you're eating spaghetti and like all the sauce goes around your mouth. It feels a bit strange, but I'm just gonna, it's so creamy that it just like blends in straight away. It's not bad. I don't know, I'll have to get used to it. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen though. I don't know if that's made my lips look any bigger. Maybe. Anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna go in with MAC Velvet Teddy on top. Gorge Nude. That's way too high, that's gonna snap. And it's actually the same colour as the lip liner. Make sure it doesn't get on your teeth. You can see the ring of lipstick around there. Little trick for you. And then finally, I'm gonna go in with Sexy Mother Pucker by Soap and Glory again, because I have small lips. I'm going to plump them up. Only really put it mainly around the middle. This stuff stings. I think there's better ones that you can get, but it does sting and you do get like a plump effect. Finally gonna blend the lashes in with my own, using some battered Catrice mascara. I don't even know what that one is because like all the lettering has rubbed off. And just gonna make sure that everything's covered. Put it on the under eye too. And blend. Not forgetting the bottom lash as well. Okay, there you have it, the finished look inspired by Karla K Artistry. That didn't take too long, it went better than I expected. Yeah. Hope I didn't go make cock out there. Okay, just gonna blot away anything I was sweating during that. And yeah, that's how you create this look, inspired by Karla K Artistry. I think I'm gonna do a couple more looks, see how they go, but I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and sure, give us a like and a subscribe, if I could say that word as well, and I'd be really happy.